What's happening? We back.
He tried it. Hey,
Yeah,
y'all. Hey.
Listen. We back for another episode.
Man, Corona is a trip.
Coronavirus. Shit is getting real.
It's getting done got.
For real. But before we jump into everything, don't forget to hit that subscribe button at the bottom of this right here, right now. Please. Oh, shout out to everybody. We had 105 subscribers right now. So we just at our 100 mark. So
thank you.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all stay tuned.
So today's topic is content versus happiness. Is it better to be content in a relationship, or is it better to be happy?
So before we answer that question, what's happening, y'all? I ain't seen y'all in
forever
in the day.
You know they had them on lockdown, right?
It's hard to have a raw love or more honor if one of us is not there, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, he was gone.
So I'm home now. That's Corona. Man.
Something else.
How y'all doing out there though? For real. Hopefully everybody good.
Safe, family safe.
I got y'all
many
jobs.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Many blessings.
But that's out the way.
Yeah, because we're not going to talk about Corona. They talk about it enough on the TV, so we good.
Yeah. Happiness, content.
So, it's an age-long debate about being happy in a relationship or being content. Many people, I'm not going to say many people, I'm going to say a lot of women. Women, when we're choosing the man that we're going to be with, we have a list. We have a list of things that we want from our potential partner, via finance, like how he treats his woman, or hell, a lot of times, how he treats his mother.
I must say, how you know how you treat his woman? Okay. Yeah. My bad.
Once you're in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, you're going to figure out all this stuff or whatever. You know what I mean?
I'm tripping. My bad.
I'm just talking about as far as like, when people decide to get married. Matter of fact, back in the day, they were doing arranged marriages or whatever, and then some countries still do it.
Yeah.
And with arranged marriages, those people didn't know each other. They didn't know nothing about each other. So they literally had to just settle for whatever that person was, and then grow to love that person, if they even grew to love them. But the beginning was literally contentment. You know what I mean? It was because that person was financially stable, because the family had already,
blessed them off.
Then did all the little research and all that stuff, whatever, to actually find that person for their child. So, but nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, women they're more independent now. You know what I mean? Women are more independent now.
INDE.
No. So women are more independent now. So because they're more independent, the ratio to women just sticking around because he take care of the house, he do this, he do that, or whatever. It's not as large as it was back in the day. You know what I mean?
I beg to differ that.
What you mean?
I beg to differ that. Like, and I want to say I beg to differ that just based off what I see on TV. Like, if somebody, because I don't know nobody that does it, but I'm saying for me, like if somebody with some bread come along and is going to help, you know what I'm saying, like getting them situated and financially stable and all that stuff, some people really be like, I don't care about being happy, taking care of everything. I'm content with this, and they'll sign up for it.
Right. And those same people, the ones that are content, they're also the ones that's messing with the gardener and the plumber, the molly maid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only saying that because when you're content in a relationship, there's something missing. That's the reason why you're content. And mind you, yes, rich people do this all the time. Like, as far as having their money combined, and then they create the family based off that or whatever. But um, those wives, they be okay with the husbands. You know what I'm saying?
You know
Doing.
what? We gonna get off other people's wives and other people's husbands. Have you been content in a relationship that carried on too long?
No.
You just said forget it, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm lying. But it only lasted 2 years, if that long.
For some people, that's a long time.
Yeah. And it wasn't even contentment. It was really just until I found my next best move. Because I knew that wasn't the move, if that makes sense. I had to make a plan within a marriage, a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it just wasn't where my life was trying to be headed in. But the how it all started, yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that way in the beginning, but it ended up being that way. So, but yeah, I didn't stay there. But you know what I'm saying. But mind you, you know what I'm saying. Like, people stay there for years till death do them part. You know what I mean? And that's a hard pill to swallow because those kids see your misery.
Yeah, I guess for me, like, my biggest thing is now, like, a couple of years ago, I was in like this like dark place, and like depression is real. So going through that, I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna put myself before a relationship. And it wasn't due to the relationship that I was in that was like bringing me down. It was outside entities that was like, knocking off everything I had going on. But going through that process, I really started working more on me. And then it ended up reflecting outwardly. So the person that I was dealing with at that time, they was like, yo, something is changing about you. I was just like, yo, it's crazy. Like, when you start focusing more on yourself, how everybody around you pick up on that. And I'm just like, yo, this relationship, really not it right now. I was happy with being happy with myself by myself. So I was able to, move forward and like be able to be happy with somebody because I knew how to be happy for myself and by myself. That was like one of the best things. Actually, we had this conversation before, as far as like us parting ways, so we both could find each other and be happy with that. It was cool. Man, it was so cool. And I'm just grateful that we was able to, come back and get to this point. Because, yeah, I'm 30. I'm in the 30s club now. So that whole just living to get by and be content, yeah, I ain't really got no time for that, bro. No time. So, yeah, I ain't even...
But the argument is that, would you let a relationship go that the man or woman is doing, like, they are a great person, they take care of you, you take care of them, they are, like, the relationship works, but there's still something missing? Would you let that relationship go? And a lot of times they won't, because like, even though they may not, like, I really don't like him like that. Like, like, I don't want to be with him or be with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he or she may be a great person, but they're just not for you.
So what's missing?
I don't know. It could be anything. It could be a number of things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not so, it's not that the person isn't a great person. It's just that person isn't for them. And a lot of people say that comes with, that's maturity, to kind of suck it up, per se.
Maturity.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, would you leave somebody, would you leave stability for instability? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You may be content in that relationship because it's stable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But but if you leave, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be stable anymore. You're going to be back on the market, looking for somebody, blah, 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 blah. And that's where a lot of the contentment comes from as well, like the love is gone. And they may have tried throughout the years trying to get it back, but it's just not there. So the question is, should you stay in contentment with the fact that, they're a good person, they're good to you, you're good to them, but it just ain't them?
I guess for me, now, knowing what I know, because I know I'm about to contradict myself. Depending on what's the missing pieces, I guess that maturity do come into play. Is like, okay, depending on what's missing, can I do that? And I think depending on what it is, I think I probably could. But for me, not, thank God I ain't in that predicament. But just outside looking in, I think I probably could if, like, I was working, you know what I'm saying, Shawty was working, and, like, we was like, maybe she might have been making a little bit more money than me. Maybe wasn't getting as much in-home time that I needed. But, like, she, whenever she did have time, always make time for me, cook whenever she did cook. Sexual activities, you know what I'm saying, as much as possible whenever we could. Like, it'd be, like, certain little things that might, like, tick me off, but on the bigger picture, I would probably try to find some happiness within that relationship to, like, make it okay with being content there. Because, like, you know when people are happy. Like, it shows. Like, even when you around them, when they start talking about stuff, they're like, damn, boy, you good, ain't it? Like, when somebody, like, truly happy like that, it glows. Like, and it's almost contagious. The same way negativity is contagious, happiness is too. Like, if you're feeling down and you around somebody that's super happy, it's almost kind of hard to stay in that slump, because that person is so happy and it's just radiating off of them. I got that, like, hands down. So, but I remember when I didn't. So I'm like, looking at it from both angles. Like, I don't know, in my right mind, body, and soul today, if I wasn't married, could, like, be with somebody and I didn't have that. I don't think I could, especially since I already experienced it.
So for me, I would walk away, because it's just gonna create a miserable space eventually. Some people just better off friends. Some people just grow apart. But like you were talking about earlier, that I've grown to be able to enjoy myself. You know what I mean? Like, to love myself with or without a man. So when I bring somebody in my space, I don't need them financially. I don't need them, to uplift me, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, my happiness is within me. I need someone to add to my happiness. You know what I'm saying? I need someone to complement my happiness, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking for somebody to make me happy, because nobody can make me happy. I can be happy, and then somebody can make me sad, or they can, you know what I'm saying, continue to
add to that.
Add to that. You know what I mean?
So if y'all been following us for a while, we actually had a similar conversation about what she just said a couple episodes ago, as far as, like, there's nothing I could do to physically make her happy, but if she's there, I could definitely add to it.
Right.
And I think once more people starting to come in, like, the realization of that, like, shawty, you can't depend on that man or that other woman or your partner, you know what I'm saying, to, like, bring you that. If you find yourself and your partner already got a somewhat okay personality or a great personality, and, like, you really truly want to be happy, everything they do gonna seem magnified like crazy when you want it for yourself. But when you don't, like, it's not gonna work. And it sounds super simple, and for me, it really is just that simple. It's not gonna work unless you want it for yourself. So for me, I'm picking happiness over content all day today.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, even with the corona going on, like, bruh, if you don't got no real happiness inside your house, shawty, you don't got no real happiness inside your house, you talking about content? Let's see how long that contentment lasts.
Real talk. Like, I know that during this time right now, people are they're either falling in love all over again, or they are realizing like this was the biggest mistake I have ever made. You know what I'm saying? Because like people are forced to be at home with their significant others, with their choices. Basically, they're forced to be at home with their choices. And when you're forced to be at home
with their choices,
with that choice, since you're not gonna be happy,
yeah,
bro, you're not gonna be happy. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna still long for something different or somebody else. You know what I mean? And if you're longing for somebody else while you with somebody else, you may as well just be gone. Like you may as well be gone because it's not going to benefit anybody. You're not going to all of a sudden make me I'm in love now. No, you're not. You're not. Because when it's all said and done, like this who you stuck with.
Yeah.
No.
Especially when I put that ring on it.
Yeah, for real.
Cheaper to keep it though.
So I'm just like, it's not cheaper to keep it when you know what I'm saying, you're miserable. So but either way.
Yeah, I know the same.
But you know what I'm saying, either way, like for me, I don't care how well he's taking care of me, how good he is to me. I'm like, you know, everybody, there's always somebody for everybody. And that person just not for me or whatever. If we both can't be mutually happy.
Can't be.
Please leave Deborah Cox out of this. Like, no. Okay. So, like I said, like, you know, everything is about your happiness. How you gonna make your life, your YOLO. You only live once. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna only live once, then go for the gusto. You know what I'm saying? Go for your goals. Reach your goals. You know what I'm saying? Because in between all that, you going for your goals, you're gonna find that goal person, or that goal person is gonna find you. You know, but you don't have to settle because somebody is taking care of you. Because life is grand. That means you have no ambition. Your ambitions are based upon somebody else's back.
Instagram.
Their hard work. You know, I'm good. No. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like time dwindles real fast. Real fast. Like, bro, I was 26. Now, I'm 39. Like, bro, I'm about to be 40 next year. And I'm not giving nobody, a matter of fact, I'm not giving no company as far as jobs. I'm not giving nobody no time that I'm miserable at. Granted, you know what I'm saying? Some things, you know what I'm saying, with if I got to take care of my family, I'm going to suck it up.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? But that has nothing to do with my home life. When it's time for me to go home and lay my head, walk in my house and lay my head on my pillow, I need to be happy, not content. I need to be glad to come home, not sit up here, you know, sit in the car or at the bar trying to drink before I go home and try to unwind.
Cause I done seen some of y'all, you know what I'm saying, back when I was in Jacksonville. I used to see y'all at gyms and Soho's. Shout out to all my Duval folks, man.
Duval. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't like Duval, y'all. Oof. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just like, you know, there's no time than right now to figure out what you want. Figure out, you know what I'm saying, who you want. And if the person you with, not it, let them go. Let them find the person that's gonna appreciate them. Let them find the person that's gonna do them the way they deserve. Because you're not doing it. Yeah. And they not doing it for you. Yeah. So why be miserable?
Yeah. And especially with, I hate to keep going back to, but we can't get away from it. But especially with this corona, like, the more so when we separated, like, the crazy part, I learned more about her after we separated than I did when we was together. And that's only because I actually started paying attention then. Like, she was telling me the same thing she was telling me, but I started paying attention more. So then we built the friendship. So I got happy with myself as far as what was going on. She did the same thing. We built that friendship. So then when we finally decided to say, hey, you know what I'm saying, let's marry each other. So when that love is sort of kind of fading, we still friends.
Yeah.
Like I can still pick up the phone and we could talk for hours because she's still my friend. So no, so even in that time, if you think the love might be gone, figure out who is actually that you chose. Figure out what's making him or her tick, and y'all try to at least build on that friendship. So even for whatever reason that it don't work, like you got a friend in this person, you know what I'm saying, and all that fails. I ain't saying go back and keep jumping in the dishes, doing a little nasty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about that type of thing. We did it. You know what I'm saying? Me. You know what I'm saying? We did it, but on all seriousness, like figure out who, you know what I'm saying, you're in the house with. Ask the question.
Facts.
So for me, like I say, I'm picking happiness over contentment
all day long.
All day. Like hands down. Cause like when it's all said and done, when you leave, you gotta answer for what you did, what you accounted for. At least when God decided to bring up, or whoever you believe into, whatever higher power, whenever they bring up your significant other, you can answer that truthfully with no hesitation. Because I know what's up with us. And anybody that asks me about it, man, I hope you got some time on your hand. And they always say, like, you can tell a lot about the husband or wife based off what the husband or the wife, how they talk about them. And I know I'm great. Based off the conversations that people told me that they had with my wife about me. And if somebody asks about, you know what I'm saying, or she asks one of my friends or somebody at my job, the same thing, they're like, oh man, like, yeah. And matter of fact, even watching this, they see it. They see how we interact. They're like, you can't make that up. It's real.
Man. So, I mean, with that being said, like, since it's Corona time, pandemic, we in the house, don't be falling in love with these old random people online. Bro. And all of a sudden, Lil Pookie need a place to stay. Because, that same...
stimulus check just dropped.
Boom, boom.
Hey, listen.
But, like, y'all, people fall in love online, they think that they want that same energy once this pandemic is up, and then you get to realizing who you done actually called yourself out in love with. Cause you gotta face that shit.
Camp.
You gotta face that. Don't nobody got time. So yeah, just like, but find your happiness. You know what I mean? Contentment is good for some. You know what I'm saying? Like it really is. And like a lot of cultures, they do it and it works out perfectly. But it ain't for everybody.
Yeah. It's
really not. So, you got to find your balance. What works for you? Do what works for you. But for me, for us, if I'm not happy, I ain't in it.
Yeah. So that's for me. That's where I'm at with it. Happiness over contentment all day. I'm all about self-preservation too.
Yeah.
Making sure you're happy. You know what I'm saying? Work on your heart, your health, all that stuff. That's self-preservation. So I'm choosing happiness all day.
Me too.
So, yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, it was good seeing y'all again.
Man, so good.
Don't forget, again, to hit that subscribe button.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Tell a friend. Matter of fact, I got to look up this dude's name. He commented on one of the older videos, and somebody emailed this to him. They emailed him the link. I don't know, they could have texted the link, whatever the case may be, but they emailed him the link. So I know the word is getting around. I know y'all talking about it. Hey, listen, we appreciate everything. Keep doing it. Put it on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I don't know. Hey, whatever out there, put the
word out.
Put the word out, man. Put the word out. So we appreciate y'all. I'm Nada.
I'm Mo.
It's real.
It's raw.
But it's love. We'll see y'all soon, all right?
All right.
Oh, shit.